Hello and welcome back to our part 8 of our Volkmar the Grim Legendary Challenge campaign. Last time, if you remember, we had just taken the Springs of Eternal Life with a decisive victory. Thank you, Auto-Resolve. And we failed, or tried but failed, to set a trap just south of the Springs of Eternal Life with Volkmar. Mannfred did attack with all of his armies, and we obliterated them. Let's be honest. So, feeling good this episode. I think we have a lot we can do. We do have Khorne to the north, who's been a little bit threatening. Honestly, though, yeah, they're at war with another faction. We might be okay for a minute. Otherwise, though, I'm going to go ahead and level up these heroes, and we can decide what to do next. I don't think I've ever leveled up so many heroes, so many levels after a battle. So we're doing great. We also, I'm going to click through all of these. Yeah, we'll take a look at the equipment and see if we can't find anything worthwhile. This is Mannfred's defeat trait. It's pretty good. Nothing to be sad about that we didn't get on Volkmar. So many notifications. And I'm also going to, we should, okay, it did say with Volkmar's trait that we will get hero capacity +1 for witch hunters. I think maybe we just need the building in one of our provinces. So we'll get to that eventually. What other quests we have here? Cavalry focus. Staff of Command. Is that a pretty good? Yeah, that's his quest battle. We could actually, not that we can use Gotrek and Felix, but we could do this. Get the crowns and replenishment. Don't think that's against the rules. And missile focus. Yeah, we'll probably not get that for a while. I'd love to see if we can't fight one or two of these armies this turn. How beat up are we? We're doing all right. Let's see if I can transfer these units. I was also told that this is not a war wagon. It's actually the Volkswagen. So, going forward, we'll call it the Volkswagen. So it seems like everybody has enough movement to actually get to and attack this settlement. Anything else I should do before I risk it all? Got 100, 150, 970. We are trading with the dwarves. Sure, maybe this is worth it. Similarly, 1600. This is early in the game. You know, usually you want to build buildings if there's a payout. Paying 1700 gold for this upgrade, is it going to pay off? Yeah, because it's so early in the game, it probably will. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab that as well.
Praise be to Sigmar. Awaiting orders.
And let's do that one tactic we described before, where you can attack a settlement with a lord, and it prevents reinforcements from getting out. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that here.
The Empire.
So we're just gonna go ahead and encircle. And then I'm going to bring over our other lords. Try to get as close as I can. Here. And my hope is that they don't run away. I think I have a better chance of him not running away than the one to our right there. So let's bring the Volkswagen. Nice. Yeah, decisive victory, medium casualties. There's no way we're going to let that slide. So I'm going to go ahead. I mean, control large army or no, it's the same thing. So yeah, let's just go ahead and fight this battle. We are ready to go here. Their reinforcements are coming from the east here, a little upside down. And my goal is to just, as soon as they come in, there's not really a whole lot of them, to just take them out as quickly as possible. So we probably won't really be microing this army at all, with these units a little bit closer. And my goal is to just run our heroes into the core of their army and spam those different abilities. It might get boring after, you know, a dozen or so fights, but for now this is still really fun. I'm going to try to set them all up on their own control group. Yeah, so maybe I can do the button clicking a little bit better, a little bit faster. And then the knights, as always, will hopefully be able to deal with these black knights here. They're all comparable, but we fortunately have a few more units than them, it looks like. So let's go ahead and start the battle. Go ahead and run in here. Got a minute and 50 on that. Okay. Yes, let's have our cavalry kind of go wide there. Also make sure that these warrior priests come in at least after Volkmar. They're both level 19, so almost have that immortality trait. Would hate to lose that now. And if I just run behind, it will mess with your entire formation, so let's just do that.
That's an order! Quick march!
And 14, 57 seconds. Yeah, so here we go. You can see their knights are already struggling to deal with what's happening here. Try to hit it from a few angles there. Come in the back. And yeah, our units are getting involved here. Should have used this a little bit earlier, but that's okay. Let's see, 5, 6. Try to spam those as we can. Yeah, these knights are crumbling. What we'll do here is run out. Let's go ahead and get you back in there, Volkmar. Volkmar's mass is so heavy that he's just plowing through anything that comes up to him. Yeah, let's go ahead and attack these black knights now that we're a little bit separated there. Yeah, this guy does not have the Grand Soulfire yet, but let's go ahead and charge in. Should have had the spearmen on the front there, but that's okay. Yeah. These units should be fine. You know, whatever happens there. And just because we can, let's go ahead and use this.
Charge to battle him! We're Sigmar's heirs! By Ulrich's wrath!
We are getting a little bit dangerously low on this hero, so I'm going to pull him out. And how are we doing over here?
We are ready!
Charging him. Have him go in as well.
For the Empire! The Empire in
Alright, so he's at least out. Let's have him move back towards the main army just so that he can recover if need be. Although, he actually might get stuck. How are our knights doing? Alright, I'll bring him back. I'll just give him some damage resistance so he can live. Alright, Volkmar. Let's bring one unit back to help this lord. Although it looks like this guy's going to start crumbling any second now. Yeah. See their health just immediately falling apart, and it looks like the other army also did totally fine. So, decisive victory, no problem. Yeah, 78 losses. Totally worth it to fight this ourselves. I'm always a fan of getting this when you can. I know that over the end turn, our units will probably almost completely heal. That said, I like fighting with armies with full health. Great. Gotten rid of some more vampires here.
Praise be to Sigma.
If we actually attacked this settlement now with this lord, it would be a much better situation for us. Yeah, close victory. I still think that is being extremely unfair to us. But what I'm going to do is have him retreat.
The instrument of
And
Sigma's will. Tremble
so close.
before me, protector of the weak.
Okay, we'll have this level 14 attack.
Two back.
Yeah, I think unfortunately we have to wait at least a turn or two to be able to build the siege weapon.
Of Sigma. Never yield.
Yeah. So although I'd love to stay here and put on the pressure, I'd also like to get recovery.
I go.
So since we can't really attack it this turn, let's just take everybody out. Right, now we're gonna get, see the difference there, how much more recovery we'll get. Even in forward march.
My journey begins.
They'll probably spawn another big army there,
Sigma
but we'll deal with it.
betrays.
I'm gonna go ahead and level up these heroes. It shouldn't be anything too crazy. I gave a few items to these units, also cause for celebration. We now have immortality on 2 of our warrior priests, Elgar Meyer and Ulrich. I believe these 2 have been with us this entire campaign, so that is awesome. They've stuck around. We're not paying them any extra though. Let's go check diplomacy really quickly and see if there's any quick deals that make a lot of sense for us. Yeah, possibly with the dwarves. Mannfred is still thinking he has the upper hand here.
Grand Theogenist. By Sigma.
Yeah, our money is fine. Everything's fine. Let's go ahead and end the turn. It looks like he would like peace. That said, this is nowhere near close enough. So they have the Black Tower of Arcan. Right. Habagar. Yeah. There's just no way they could make it make sense. So they are attacking the Springs of Eternal Life. That's fine. Very sneaky of them. They can go ahead and take it. So I'm actually pretty impressed with their thought to do that. It looks like they just raided it though instead of anything else. Even that is great. I don't think I would normally see the AI do that. Kind of throwing everything against the wall.
Chosen of Sigma.
Let's go and bring the
I serve Sigma.
have the lower level
Volkmar the Grim.
heroes attack.
I serve the Hell.
We should get easy auto resolve in these fights.
Your word is
If
my
I guess they
command.
decide to stay. Let's see, everybody is in the right
righteous
stances.
hammer of Sigma. Praise be to Sigma.
For whatever reason, Volkmar is not able to reinforce there. I don't fully understand that.
Awaiting orders.
I'm mostly nervous that if we attack and we don't get
Sigmarite Archlector.
Volkmar and these other people, what issues it will cause. It's fine. We'll just attack with Volkmar. Just make it easy. Yeah, there we go.
I'll have your soul. True servant of Sigmar.
Volkmar.
Warrior of Sigmar. I go
Get a
where
little
I'm
bit closer.
needed. I could not
Maybe
follow
then we
this
can
order.
get... He'll also run away. That's almost guaranteed.
Sigmar, grant me strength.
I hate to wait movement on this,
Setting forth.
but
To battle.
yeah. I don't know if you saw the evaluation bar before we jumped into here. It was showing that it was even. So let's go ahead and just do that. Potion of Healing, which is an incredibly strong item.
True servant
We'll
of
level him
Sigmar.
up really quick. I don't think anything too difficult of choices to make. Great.
I serve the Heldenhammer.
The
How much movement do we have? We have
hammer of
25%
Sigmar.
movement. Yeah, so they've really done a great job distracting us
My knowledge is yours.
from continuing. Maybe what we can do... We'll recruit more flagellants with this guy.
I live
Or actually-
to serve the Emperor.
This is
I'm gonna go
wise.
over as close as I can with Volkmar and have this Lord attack.
Purge
There we
the
go. See how it's showing even? Super strange. Yeah, let's go ahead and resolve this. So, love getting easy items,
Sigmarite
easy levels.
Archlector.
Grand Soulfire, which is awesome. To have another hero have that ability.
Knowledge
And
is power.
let's level up Volkmar as well. I think that getting missile resistance would be really valuable because he's such a large target now on his Volkswagen.
Servant of the faith.
Ready.
Yeah, so unfortunately this is kind of as far as
Sigmar has
Volkmar can
heard
go,
my prayers.
and I'd be a little bit too worried to
Guided by Sigmar. Ever vigilant.
bring these other lords
Forward.
too close
In
just
his
because they have
name.
no armies of their own. So let's go ahead and... I don't believe any of these are tier 1s, except for these archers. But let's go ahead and recruit
True
those
servant
two
of
flagellants.
Sigmar. Servant of the faith.
We can go ahead and end the turn. Let's finally set out to do
Sigmar
what we wanted to this
lightens
entire
my steps.
episode and take
Here to serve.
Ka-Sabar, or Ka-Sabar.
Sigmar lightens my steps.
I will cast out
Yeah,
all
Volkmar can get all the way over,
by the
and I
Heldenhammer.
believe maybe it's because of a trait of his, we can immediately attack. So it does say medium casualties. Yeah. I don't think that's true in any sense. That said, Volkmar is on his wagon. So I'm going to go to continue siege, and this is a trick you can use so that he can actually get into the fight, you know, by climbing the walls. I'm going to give him take off his mount. So let's see about these
Fear
other
my
lords here.
righteous fury.
Yeah, let's give him this better armor piece. And let's also take him off his horse,
Sigmar is with
and
us.
you as well. So I think because their army is so small,
The heretics
our tactic will be
for the
to just climb the walls with our heroes and see what damage we can do. So yeah, let's get to it. Okay, so the battle is started. My plan is to just rush our best units to the walls here and just climb them. You'll notice that I'm also bringing the Empire Knights. The reason being is that these towers will probably focus them just because they are a higher tier unit than everything else, and they have the bronze shield. So I'm just hoping to collect a little bit of the damage on them
for Sigmar.
before our other units get here. And then I'm also bringing the swordsmen that have shields, spearmen that have shields. I think the only unit that's not really protected is these flagellants, but they are unbreakable, and they're regiments of renown, so they'll be fine pretty much no matter what. Pretty shortly after we capture these towers, the knights will be completely fine by standing here. So yeah, they're still attacking the knights. They have moved down a little bit there with these units. And let's just speed it up. The magical ladders that everyone has been hiding in their pockets finally appearing. And here we go. So I might even leave it on ×2 just for a little bit. There's no real reason to slow down. I'm not worried about anything happening to these units here. Actually get into the fight there. Yep, and these flagellants are here. Let's just fight on the walls for a minute. You know, why not? All of our abilities can be used up here. No reason not to. And we have our other lord here. Let's go. Yeah, if you can get up the walls, that would be great. I don't know why I can't. Oh, he's on a horse, so let's actually bring him back. Oh, he's also already up there. Alright, let's slow it down so I don't accidentally kill one of our units here. You can already tell that. Yeah, exactly. Kill everything. We're doing a great job up here on these walls. It also looks like we are capturing these towers. I think the only unit struggling a little bit here is these flagellants, but they'll be fine. I also know that, so the Hammer of Sigmar on this warrior priest does not stack with the Hammer of Sigmar on this warrior priest. It's just there's so many of these buttons that just do my best to click them. If we have a little bit of overlap or a little bit of wasted ability, it's fine. I'm sure you can tell that we just have plenty of opportunity to have uptime on those abilities.
As you say.
So we could bring in our other units here. It's not critical. We probably don't even need them. But I will go ahead and start, just because now that these towers are essentially either unmanned or captured, the enemy can't really do much of anything to stop our advance.
Charge! The Empire! Battle awaits!
Heldenhammer.
Actually, he's already full health.
Warrior priest! In the name of Sigmar!
More attack buffs.
Swordsman. Standing by for the Emperor.
I don't think I've ever actually fought on the walls for this long. See if I can't get a good
The silver hammer.
angle here.
Sigmar speaks through me!
Actually, let's also see really quick. I need to figure this out, how to do the cinematic camera. Alright, so it took me about
Slay them.
You see me clicking all these buttons. I'm not actually sure how to do the cinematic camera. I do know how to zoom in now though, and I know how to do the unit camera here. There we go. As cinematic as I can make it. Okay. Enough fun. Let's bring these units down here. We are getting our Free Company militia. It took me way too long to figure that out. Up. We also can start bringing all of these units down. If there is a gate here, yeah, we could walk over that way and capture it to let in our Empire Knights. Not a bad idea. We'll have these spearmen do that. So go over here and then walk over there. So everybody should be coming down. I'm a little concerned about this unit. They really are taking quite a lot of damage. I think our biggest problem is traffic right now. The stairs are not wide enough for everyone to get down. And here we go. Now that our Free Company militia is on the walls, they can fire at the enemy units. I still can cast abilities. Maybe they are in range for those. Yeah, once these knights have been taken out, I will pull back the flagellants here. Just bring back on this wall. Start bringing these knights over this way, as the spearmen should be getting up the wall. Yeah, these guys have a great angle. If I could almost even bring them slightly to the left. Get Volkmar involved there. Have them come down as well. Early on some of these abilities, I'm mostly just clicking as fast as I can. Let's take everybody off of guard mode. I think that's been our issue with these orders this game. These flagellants are refusing to go up the wall, but it's alright. Yeah, just have them stand by that flag. I can't imagine they'd have too many more units in this fight. Yeah, you can see them now all roughly breaking. Once they hit, I think minus 50, they shatter and the game is won. Minus 55, okay. So pretty close. And there we have it. Once this unit is gone, we'll have the victory. There you have it. Decisive victory, and I would say much less than medium casualties taken in this fight. Let's go ahead and occupy the settlement. I'm always tempted to press the loot and occupy. And there we go. So we have a tier 3 settlement, which is extremely strong, and all we had to do was wait a little bit, level up our units, and take it from the vampires. So I'm going to go ahead and level up these heroes off camera, but I believe this is a good point to stop the video. Next time, we'll focus on taking back more of these provinces, kind of catching up to where we should be in a campaign where we aren't running around half the map. So thank you so much for watching. I really, really appreciate all of the comments I've been getting. This has been such a fun journey on YouTube, and I can't thank you guys enough. So thanks again, and I'll see you in the next one.